Well, hello everyone, welcome! Welcome, it's a little bonus intermission thing, just for fun. Hello. So, we have been trucking along through the Final Fantasy XIV main story, and we're going to be continuing that tomorrow, but, as any person who has played Final Fantasy XIV can tell you, there's a lot more to do and see in this game than just the story, great though that story is. And since I know a lot of you watching this are not players of the game and don't really plan to be, I figured, hey, let's do a fun little intermission showing off some of the cool, fun things to do and see in the game that we otherwise probably weren't going to run into just doing the story mode. So here we go, 5 fun, cool things that we weren't going to see otherwise. Starting with... That's right, Glamours. So, fashion is important in Final Fantasy. All Final Fantasies, really, but Final Fantasy XIV is no exception. Style is kind of the end game in this MMO. I guess it is for a lot of them, but especially for this one, people are very into the fashion. And one of your best tools for fashion is something called Glamours, known in other games as like transmogs, transmogrifications. There's other terms for it, but this is kind of how it works in this game. So, say you want to look like a level 1 adventurer for whatever reason in our starting gear at all times, even when we're technically wearing big tanky things. So the way you would do that is you would go to your glamour dresser. You'd have to unlock this first through a quest. I already did that, but you'd have to go to a glamour dresser and use it. And if whatever gear you have in your inventory, which is eligible, you could add to this glamour dresser. You'd have to use these expendable items to do it. Don't worry about it. So let's throw in our Lalafell gear into the glamour dresser, along with the fun little feather thing that we've been wearing like the entire playthrough so far. We'll just put them all in there. Boom. Perfect. So, those all live in the glamour dresser now. Now, we can create a glamour plate. So let's say, just as in our first slot, we want to have, for the headpiece, the feather, for the body, this, for the hands, just the whole starting Lalafell gear get up. Boom, there we go. Save it. Done. Awesome. And then we're done. That gear is stored in there, no longer cluttering up our inventory, which is nice. And at any time, we can go into our character menu here, Glamour Plate, and apply. Boom. And now we look like that. Still all geared up, have all the nice stats, but looking like a little starting Lalafell. And adorable. So, there's a lot more to this. There's a lot more to glamour and fashion than this, but this is like the 101 crash course of just basics how it works. We will talk more about glamour and fashion later on in another little bonus video thing that I'm considering doing. But for now, that's all you need to know. But actually, the fashion talk is not yet done, because next up... So yes, you can change your clothing and your clothing style, and that's all good, but what if you want to change your hair? You will recall we chose our little hairstyle when we first created this character, but you don't have to spend real money to do like a character redesign sort of thing every time you want to change your hairstyle. No. If you want to do that though, you're gonna have to unlock it via the quest. So we're gonna do that here because the quest is also fun. Let's see, beauty is only scalp deep. Once you get to level 15, you can do this here in town. Rumors of a dangerous madman about town have Sidojbi, ill at ease. You're either a brave man or a fool, friend, to be wandering the streets of Limsa today with the slasher of Fisherman's Bottom on the loose. You've not heard? There's a madman about. Why, it said he brandished his blades so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up the spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation. To start with, you might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. Ugh. Okay, well, let's investigate the screams. Hello? I was told there were screams this way. Madam, you look disgruntled. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him, toss him in the jail, and throw away the key, or gut him, feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something. Woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage, foregoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation of this day. What's so special about today, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned aesthetician in Limsa. My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious lamentant oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I find myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. Have we had a quest yet where we were required to use an emote? Because I do very much enjoy that. Let's see here. You. No matter what I say, all I receive are accusations and looks of horror. I swear this is not what it seems. Do you doubt me too, friend? I think I do. Hang on. Just let me, get out my typing. I doubt you. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame. Is there not one sympathetic ear in this entire nation? An artiste of my renown should be welcomed with open arms and a 21 cannon salute. Instead, I'm branded a criminal. The tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. I will not last long in my weakened state. Even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breaths, I speak unto you 3 names. 3 kind souls who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master Hinanza of Naldican Vamilis, Guildmaster Beaton of the Gridanian Carpenters Guild, and Severian in the Alchemists Guild in Oda. Goodness, you're really sending me around, aren't you? If there's an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out, and tell them Jean Delaine sent you. When my soul is restored and my name rightfully cleared, all of Limsit, nay, the entire realm will sing your praises. For I, Jean Delaine, am none other than the oh. Alright, well, you both hang in there. You just hang in there, both of you weirdos, while I go fetching stuff. Be right back. Well, at least the Blacksmiths Guild is close by. If you decide to take up blacksmithing in this game, one of the many crafting professions, here is where you will end up. Where is Hinanza? You. Jean Delaine sent you. Let me guess, the barmy fool's lost his tools. Pardon me, the appendages of his very soul again, and is thrashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. The man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. Nope, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whinging. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I will graft the next pair to his bloody hands. Thank you. 14 does comedy quests sometime, by the way. I don't know if I said that before. They do comedy quests sometimes. This is one of them. I did not remember this quest being long. I guess it's not long, but I expected it to be very short, and instead it's just medium length. So, bonus content for you all. Excuse me. Beaten. A message from Jean Delaine, you say? So he's lost another one. Does the man not understand that wood doesn't simply grow? Actually, it does, at least in a manner of speaking, but the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, if his tools were truly an extension of his very being, one would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Jean Delaine's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. Still, not my place to judge. Take this to him, and let's both hope that he will right his ways. You all paint a very interesting picture of this person. And finally, the Alchemists Guild. Wait. Oh, there you are. Okay. Pardon me. Sorry to interrupt. You've come on behalf of Jean Delaine. Why, I just furnished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it would be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me, as I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents. And so I command you, deliver this parcel to Jean Delaine with all speed. Got it, can do. Jean Delaine, I have run literally all over Eorzea fetching you supplies. Are you happy? If there's an ounce of compassion in you, friend, I beg of you, retrieve for me the tools of my trade, for I am none other than Jean Delaine, Okay, well, let's see. We have a package from Hinanza, a sealed parcel that from the sound of it houses a metallic implement of some sort. From Beaton, a parcel containing a piece of woodwork. And from Severian, a parcel containing assorted files of varicolored liquids. Here you go. Could this be? Yes, I can feel it! The light returns to my eyes. Power courses through my fingers. I live! And as I live, this unspeakable embodiment of ugliness must be gone, or must die. Begone, foul demon! Oh. Ah! And so I ask, how do you feel, madam? Why, it's as if, in but a single magnificent moment, I traveled beyond the void and returned to life as the embodiment of all that is beautiful in this world. Could it be? Yes, it must. How else to explain such power? You are the one whose coming was foretold. You, yes, you are the Aesthetician. In the flesh, madam, I am Jean Delaine, crafter of the coiffure so divine that... I don't think I said at least one of those words right. So divine that Menfina herself doth begrudge my clientele their beauty. But let us speak of you, madam, for where a moment ago stood a fashion-challenged frump, now there stands a beauty reborn. Cheeky. I'm happy you're happy. Why are you looking at me? And you are the one I must thank for reviving my soul, that I might once again bestow my gifts on a realm bereft of beauty, a kindness I intend to repay in full. Do you fear that your own hairstyle is becoming passé? Fear the specter of ugliness threatening to consume you? Fear not, my friend, for it shall not survive my wrath. Uh-oh. I feel very similar. As the madam before you, as this very realm we call home, from an abyss of unfathomable drabness, you shall rise anew. My clients have been known to make reservations moons, even years in advance, but you shall know no such troubles. No, for proving a staunch ally to good taste when all others turned a blind eye, I gladly place myself at your beck and call. Yes, the next time you find yourself plagued by aesthetic ennui, you need only ring the crystal bell from the comfort of any inn room at which you have taken up lodgings. Jean Delaine shall hasten to the scene. Yes, in a flash, the dreary, uninspired life you've hitherto known shall end. You shall travel to the realm beyond and return to us as a beauty reborn. I give you this as a token of the trust between us. Treasure it, for it is the key to a world of aesthetic wonders ordinary men shall never know. Thank you. It's a good walk. Oh, Master Jean Delaine, do come back. I have not made my next appointment. Someone had a lot of fun doing that motion capture. This is the sort of quest line where you can feel like a lot of people probably had some fun here. Anyway, now we can go and change our hairstyle if we want. I would show you what it looks like, but it's more or less the same, I believe, as the standard character creation screen. You know what? Let's just go check. Okie dokie. So we're back in our Limson in-room thing, and now we have a crystal bell that we can ring to summon the Aesthetician. Welcome to my room. As once did this very realm, from the darkest depths of unseemly ugliness shall you rise anew. Prepare yourself. While customizing your appearance, you will be unable to communicate with players and engage... Okay. Okay, that's a little different. So yeah, here is where you can change... Oh goodness, it's even more than hair. I forgot. It's hairstyle, hair color, eyebrows, lip color, facial features, tattoos, tattoo color, face paint color. Lots of stuff. Basically, hair and makeup for the most part, and some facial features if you want. And you can do this more or less whenever. It's quite nice. But Durmin's perfect the way he is, and we all knew that from the start. So, maybe we'll change hairstyles later if it just feels right. We're good for now, though. When your star begins to dim, you need only send for Jean-Delaine. Till we meet again. Very good walk cycle. All right, well, that was fun. But enough of fashion. Let's talk war. So, PvP is a thing in this game that, I only do mostly just for the easy experience now and then. But let's unlock it just so you can see what it's about. Let's see. Once you're level 30, you can go to your grand company and talk to a representative to get this, like, civilized men and women quest. Lieutenant Mimio is looking for a few good soldiers. Ah, Private Durami, if you have a moment, I would like to discuss a matter most grave which concerns the Flames and, by extension, you. Perchance you are familiar with the Battle of Cartano. Countless Eorzeans and Garleans massacred by an Elder Primal. End of an era, and so forth? Good, good. For a moment, I feared you'd been living in a cave for the past 5 years. Then surely you know that the Cartano Flats, where the battle took place, is a hellish wasteland littered with the remnants of that fateful day. Hardly anything of consequence to be found there now, huh? Certainly nothing worth protecting, and yet, in spite of that, the Eorzean Alliance continues to maintain a military presence in the region. Why do you suppose that is? Because there is something there of consequence. Allagan ruins, to be precise. They were discovered following the calamity, and allied scholars have been studying them ever since. 3 nations working in tandem for a greater good. It should come as no surprise that it would not last. You see, Ul'dah, Limsa, and Gridania have all formally asserted claim to the territory. Negotiations have thus far proved fruitless, and so we are to settle the dispute on the field of battle. Oh, but do not misunderstand. We won't be going to war with our allies. Hostilities shall be confined to the disputed territories, and we shall fight to submission, not death. So there's no cause for concern. Oh no, you won't be expected to kill your opponent. Merely deprive him of the will to fight. I say you because the only reason I deign to share this information with you is because your company needs you, Private. We'll be damned if we're going to let a foreign power lay claim to these ruins, and so we need every able-bodied soldier we can muster on the front line. I expect you still have questions and concerns. Very well. Speak with our man at the airship landing. He'll tell you everything you need to know. All right. Good. Tell me more information. Airship landing. Where on earth is that? Hang on. Man, I have not walked to the airship landing in this town in who knows how long, but we're here now. Welcome to the airship landing, everyone. Tell me information about war. Private Durami, come to join the fight, have we? Very good indeed. I don't know why I'm voicing all of these soldiers like salespeople, but... Incidentally, I just love how everything in this game comes with story. Every system, every quest, this game is just dense with them. There's the main storyline, but anything else you do has some side stories attached, which is great. Oh, thanks for the... thanks for the cool, like, spice reel. Now, before we proceed, I must warn you, this isn't going to be like some jaunt in the wolves' den. You'll be pitted against wave after wave of fellow Alliance members in battle, and they won't care one whit that you're the warrior of light. This campaign will be long and brutal, and victories won today may be undone tomorrow. Consider the Borderland ruins. We need only seize control of each ruin in the region, right? Wrong. Defense is paramount as well, for our rivals will muster forces to challenge our claims. It's for that reason we've established an airship route direct to the front line. Those who are ready and willing to fight will never want for transportation. But that look on your face bespeaks confusion. Are we at war or not? What is this bollocks about no killing? What in the seven hells is going on? That's what you're thinking, yes? It's less war and more organized violence to resolve a territorial dispute. And yes, it is to be civilized violence. Killing Alliance members is strictly prohibited, although accidents have been known to happen, mind you. But you of all people have nothing to fear. You've escaped certain death more times than I can count. What are the odds you'll fail to do it this time, huh? That's, you know, when you put it that way. So anyway, we're not going to go do a PvP match right now because they're kind of long and chaotic and not fun to watch. They're barely fun to do sometimes. PvP in this game is, I think, a little bit underbaked, but it's a big, usually 72-person match of like trying to control territory and take down certain objectives. I'll throw in some footage from my other character maybe right now, running around doing a PvP thing. It's chaos, but it can be a great way to get a little experience boost for a certain job once a day, just queuing to hop in and participate. So you'll probably, if you're leveling a character, end up doing this a good bit regardless. But yeah, that's PvP. But perhaps you are not interested in fighting your fellow man. No, instead, you feel more like leisure. In that case, we've got a place to go visit, don't we? You there. A well-heeled youth on Emerald Avenue appears to have been the beneficiary of some good fortune and may not be averse to sharing it. Do be careful with those. Break anything and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg pardon? What is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not-so-small fortune in prizes, ably won by yours truly in the Gold Saucer. You have heard of the Gold Saucer? Nay? Ye gads, man, you might at least try to keep up with the times. It's only the Sultanate's newest and finest place of entertainment, I mean. Thrill to the sight of majestic birds roaring down the straits at the chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers at the Triple Triad tables. At the Gold Saucer, one can do all this and more, and if you know what you're about, you'll walk out a wealthier man than you entered. Maybe I'm reading all of them like salespeople because they all talk like salespeople. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares about a grueling day of promenading, I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? Wink, wink. Out loud. But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how in Thal's good name you can experience the wonders of the Gold Saucer firsthand. Am I right or am I right? Thought as much. Well, since this has been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from one eligible young man about town to another. Just show that ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over at the landing, and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from me should our paths cross at the Triple Triad tables. Not so much as an ons. Well, all right. Guess we're boarding another airship. To the airship landing! Alrighty, hello there. I have a golden ticket. This is the reception desk for flights bound for the Manderville Gold Saucer. Before proceeding, I must ask that you submit your ticket for inspection. You do have a ticket, yes. That I do. By the way, folks in comments, thank you so very much for telling me that you can just right-click here and to like put items in those slots instead of like clicking and dragging and all that. I've been playing this game for a year, and I had no idea. That's much easier. Thank you. It appears that everything's in order. An airship will be departing shortly before the next bell. Shall I reserve a seat for you? Yes, please. Durmin's ready for fun. Welcome, everyone, to the Gold Saucer. There is so much to do here. If you ever run out of things to do in the rest of the MMO, which you won't, but if you ever do, you can just come here and goof around. Also, there's that thing. I don't know what that thing is, but I like it. Goodness. At last, Durmin's not, like, perfectly stoic. Finally got him to crack a smile. Just had to take the little guy to Disneyland. And here we are. I say, here we are. Yes. Here. Come on. Come on. Here we are. We are. Yes. Hello. Hello. Do I need to do this? I don't know if I need to do this, just in case. I don't remember this part. Welcome, honored guests, to the Manderville Gold Saucer, where your wildest dreams are ever but a card or a chocobo's beak away from coming true. If this is your first visit, nothing would please us more than to give you a full tour of our establishment, that you might enjoy its wonders to the fullest. At the conclusion of the tour, it is our custom to offer our esteemed patrons a complimentary gift straight from the vaults of our illustrious proprietor himself. Consider it Lord Manderville's way of personally thanking you for your patronage. Should you wish to take the tour, pray proceed to the main counter over there and speak with the receptionist. On behalf of the management, may I take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Gold Saucer. Rest assured, my colleagues and I will spare no effort in seeing that your visit is a pleasant and profitable one. Got it. May fortune smile upon you. Thank you. I'm not going to do this quest. I'm just going to show you around real fast. Because I'm not spending all day here. But you could. There's so much nonsense to do. Tons of little mini games. You can enter in little raffle lotteries to earn some of their, the currency they have here. MGP, Manderville Gold points, I think. You can play tons of little mini games. You can play more, robust mini games, like chocobo racing. You want to breed a racing chocobo and, actually race it? They got it here. You want to take part in these, special events that happen every 20 minutes or so where, a bunch of people gather together to do, a big platforming challenge or a, dodging challenge, trying to stay on this center ring as long as they can while a big boss thing, just drops these big... whatevers. I don't know how to describe this without it right in front of me, but a boss tries to knock you off the arena and you try to stay on it. It's very hard to do. You want to play Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII? 8. It's the one from 8, not 9, right? I think it is. Yeah, it's here. You want to just play Mahjong? Straight up Mahjong with people and set up a tournament? You can do that too. There are tons and tons of things to do in this very large space. Even just exploring it could take a good long while. But we got a lot of other stuff to do today. I mostly just wanted to show you this was here. I think during the course of the story, we will come back here maybe once? Briefly? But I figured y'all might like to see it and know that it's here. It's here. Anyway, moving on. Yes, indeed, housing is the last thing I want to show off before we wrap up today here, because there's no way that housing was going to have any part in a story mode playthrough for obvious reasons. So, many of the cities in this game's world have housing districts in them where players can acquire houses and apartments for themselves. Ul'dah has one, Gridania has one, Limsa has one, and they've since added a couple for some cities we have not encountered and probably won't for a good long time. But, this is the one for Ul'dah. Let's just go on and check out the goblet. Yes. This is the goblet. This is the place where players can try to get a hold of a plot of land to get a house or put a house there. These are in limited supply, unfortunately, which means that competition for these plots is extremely tense. And people have to spend a lot of gil in order to get a house. So it's often not individuals who are going to be getting these, but groups, free companies kind of pooling in together, trying to snatch up an open plot as soon as it's free. They vary in size and style. I think you can kind of style your house. I'll be honest, I've not interacted with this system much myself, as I am neither rich nor have the time and knowledge to manage to actually snag a plot. But you're seeing a lot of player houses here. And I can show you one in particular that belongs to the Dentalis Theater Company, our free company. And this is it. And it is quite lovely. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and show it off here, in large part because they have done a heck of a job decorating the place. We got a little garden. You can board up your chocobo here if you want. You can just sort of hang out. But this is just the outside. Let's go inside, because in keeping with our free company name, the Dentalis Theater Company, the decorators kind of went with a theme in here. It is a theater. Here's the entrance, and goodness, I don't think like the little gift shop display was up last time I was here. That is adorable. And really well put together. They've done a heck of a job decorating this place. But this is not even the best part. Also, you can like, all of us members can like get little apartments inside here, our own private chambers. I've not got one for Durmin yet, and even if I did, I am garbage at decorating places. I haven't even done that for my main character yet. But let's go down below to the theater. There's a little theater space. Complete with, they've got like a little bar back here, snacks, and the stage, which is great. They've also like created a backstage. Is this not so good? I adore it. It is so lovely. Anyway, I wanted to let y'all see all of this wonderful work and show you the kinds of things you can get up to in player housing. Like, all of these items can be... Actually, I'm not even sure how you get a lot of furnishings. Many of them are crafted by, like, the various crafting classes. That's a great way to make money, I understand it. Like, creating and selling furnishings for people's houses. Because the wealthy players in this game will drop a lot of money on such things, as I understand it. But yeah, just... whole systems of game that you can spend so many hours on if you want to in this big MMO. Unless you're focusing on the story, like we are. Speaking of which, I think it is high... I love the jukebox they've set up in there. I think it is high time, though, that we got ourselves back to the story. So let's go ahead and park right here for a bit. Try to do a /sit. There we go. Yes, perfect. I hope you've all enjoyed this little bonus excursion showing off some of the fun additional features and things you can do in the game. We'll probably do more of them down the road, but I think it's time we got back to story. So I'll see you tomorrow for that. Thank you for watching, and if I can remember what the buttons are, goodbye!